It is said that winners don't do different things, they do things differently. Now, what does that mean? I'll be discussing on this quotation in the ambit of CAT. This video is all about the CAT toppers versus the average students. And I'll be differentiating between them on three different parameters. The first is the difference in mindset. Second is the comparison in the strategy of both the individuals. And third will be time management and discipline. So first thing first, the mindset difference. It happened once that there's a king, an ancient king in Greece. So he had a huge kingdom and he lost so many wars one after the other. Okay, and he lost all his kingdom. So he was just, kind of very much tired, frustrated, and very low, kind of depressed in his mind. So he went into a forest and resided in a cave. And in that cave, he was always depressed. The dark cave was there. He was like, okay, would I actually be able to regain the control on my empire? Is that possible? There are two things which can happen. A king, a great king, an average king, a topper, or an average person. So this king, because he had this mindset of topper, he had this mindset of a winner. So what he did, he took inspiration from very small life form, which means inspirations are everywhere. It is just the mindset of a person who wants to see the inspiration or not. Okay, so he saw there was a spider who was trying to spin a web. Like you must have seen spiders, right? They spin the web. The spider was trying really hard. So spider climbed, then fell back, then climbed, then fell back. It kept on doing for so many hours. And king was like, this spider is would not be able to spin the web. But spider kept on trying until in the end it spun the perfect web. Okay, so this is something you will say, okay, he got motivated. The king got motivated by the spider. That's the reason he could have, won back his empire. But there's no motivation for us. The thing is, motivation is everywhere. The most expensive or most important thing in this world is opportunity. Opportunity comes from visualization, observation. You observe everywhere. Always there is some kind of activity happening. That activity can motivate you or depress you. There are two ways to look at it. Probably an average person would have looked at the spider and must have thought the spider, whatever spider tries, it is going to fail. The average mindset. This is the topper mindset. Toppers say, I will find a way. Even if I have missed classes, even if I have not done enough practice assignments, even if I have not completed the tasks given to me in the last week or last month, I will find a way. I'll keep on trying until I succeed. That's the topper's mindset, because toppers see everything as an opportunity, the positive things of course, and get motivation from everywhere. So motivation is something which depends on what kind of mindset you have, what you want to observe, what you want to not observe. Okay. Average says, this is too tough for me. Too tough. I have missed all the classes. How would I cover the backlog? I have not done percentages chapter from the live classes or the application classes. How would I able to solve data interpretation questions which are heavily calculative? So, topper will say, even if I have missed the percentage chapter, it is there in the recording. I'll just watch it, take out some time from a busy schedule, even if I'm working or I'm having some exams in my college, depending on whether I am a college going student or a working professional, I will find the way. Maybe in the weekends, maybe I would not sleep for one night and will cover it, without waiting for some miracle to happen. And miracles do happen. They happen only if you have the positive and toppers mindset. Tell me in the comments if you can relate with this. Coming to the second thing, CAT strategy. Comparison. Toppers focus on concepts over rote learning. What is rote learning, by the way? Rote learning. In Hindi we call it ratta maar lena. focus on concepts over rote learning. So these guys, they feel that, okay, if I can kind of cram things up, cram all the formulae, cram all the values, tables, squares, cubes, square roots, that is one way of doing it. Other is focusing on concepts. That if square, I want to calculate, in spite of learning all these squares, what if I develop a strategy to calculate squares just like that in fraction of seconds? That is what topper will be more focused on. Concepts, not on rote learning. Staying consistent, not just motivated. So motivation is something which, it's like a boiling cup of a boiling milk, I can say, keeps on going ahead, going down, going ahead, going down, depending on the kind of flame that we put in. Okay, so there's an external thing also happening in motivation, because externally you can have friends, you have family, you have competitors, peer learners, society, and you keep on comparing yourself. And in this world, the world of the present day world, which is of the virtual world, which is full of so much information from internet, it's very easy to get distracted, and it is very easy to not stay consistent. So motivation is something which can just drop. Let's say you have a heartbreak, it drops. I relate with you. Even I had a heartbreak and motivation dropped. Okay, there can be multiple other things. For example, financial issues, family issues, there are multiple things which can drop your motivation, but still remaining consistent is what toppers do. Learn shortcuts after understanding basics. So in the previous video, I just said that a person can respect the shorter way and can understand the shorter way only if that person has walked the longer path, the longer way. Okay, if I go from place A to place B myself without any guidance, I'll be knowing more than what a person would be knowing if he or she goes after a lot of guidance, isn't it? So walking, I'm not saying that you have to study yourself, obviously not, but the conceptual, the logic should be known, and that is the reason why in my classes I always focus on logical derivations, logical generalizations more than formulae. So that is what a topper does. 3 focused hours will be greater than 8 distracted hours, obviously. So let's say you're sitting on the table with a book, but what are you exactly doing? So I say books like digital books, you're sitting in front of a laptop or maybe a desktop or maybe your phone as well. So what are you exactly doing? You're sitting for 8 hours, but how much hours of focus study have you done? Maybe an hour, maybe 2. So 3 hours of focus study works a lot more than 8 distracted hours. Coming to average students, study randomly without a plan. They'll go like, okay, I was not able to, understand percentages, but today I learned ratios. Ratios are so fine. Wow, it's so fun. I'll just do that. The problem is you do ratios, but the thing is you won't be able to apply ratios with percentage when the mixed concept is there in some data interpretation question or time, speed, distance question, topic. Same happens with algebra, same happens with LRDI, everything. So randomly without a plan, average students do, because they get to know certain part of, let's say 100 points, out of which they get 10. They'll be focusing on, okay, let's do these 10. Wow, it's so fun. And you keep on feeling, a fake feeling of accomplishment. You understand that? The fake feeling of accomplishment. It happens when you just focus on things you enjoy. You need to do things which in the beginning you don't enjoy, but if you keep on doing it, probably you'll be enjoying them as well. Second is keep changing study materials instead of following one. So I have seen some people, in fact, even I was a student in my school and college, I had seen some people, and even I had the FOMO, fear of missing out. There's some people in my school and college as well who had hordes of material. They had all sorts of book. What the book has been recommended by the college, and the other books which are recommended in some foreign university, the PDF and everything they had, but they hardly studied even one. So that is something which average students do. Rely only on shortcuts, skip conceptual clarity. They're like, okay, who will learn this much when I can just, focus on shortcuts, because now I know the formula. There's a formula sheet given on Google Internet. You just find out quant formula sheet, you'll get n number of sheets, that too in free. So an average student looks at, okay, if there's a shortcut, I'll just learn that and get all the questions correct. That never happens. That will never happen. Even if you know all the shortcuts, you won't be knowing where to apply it, right? Solve a few questions and assume they have mastered it. It's like popping vitamin pills and not eating the real food. Don't do that. Don't solve a few questions, solve a lot of questions, and don't assume that you know a lot. Well, coming to third point, time management and discipline. Toppers study in focus blocks, minimize distractions, while average students keep switching between YouTube, Instagram, and study materials. When I say focused blocks, what does that mean? Let's say a student who's of topper mentality would know that this is the time of the day in which he or she has the most amount of focus. Can be early morning, can be late night, can be afternoon. Afternoons are very rare. Afternoons are not that, full of focus. So they will choose their blocks accordingly. In fact, they will, I won't say that how to choose the blocks. It's just that if you take an average of what you heard in the last 1 month, you'll get to know that which are the blocks of the day in which you are most productive. So these guys know that, and they study in those focus blocks, and that is how they minimize distractions. By the way, even these guys chill a lot. Even these guys go out. These guys also eat, go out and eat something, go on dates, watch cinema, do all that stuff which an average student does, but still, because they know their focus blocks, they do really well. While an average student would not be knowing the focus blocks, and he or she would say, let's say the person was looking at reading some reading comprehension passage. The passage was really interesting. Passage talked about carnivorous animals, and then they go to Instagram, look at carnivorous animals, and then there are food influencers. A lot of things can happen. So identify your focus block and tell me in the comments which is your focus block. Next one. Do you want to be an average student or a 99 percentiler? Tell me that also in the comments. By the way, the answer will be yes. I'm yet to see someone. These are the questions which are rhetoric in a way, because the answer will always be yes. I'm yet to see a person who will say, no, I don't want to be a 99 percentiler. Nobody wants that. How do that? I told you already. Just do that and you will emerge a winner. By the way, iQuanta Batch 2 is launching this week. Wow, great news. So there are 3 kind of offerings. CAT 2025 full course, plus 25 plus IMABC, and Course Pro. So in the full course, in the Course Pro, all these things are there. You can just, take a screenshot or maybe go to the iQuanta website and get it. And in the full course, IMABC course and CAT books are not there. And in CAT 25 plus IMABC, only books are not there, while Course Pro has all these aspects. Okay, and also like LRDI Essentials, this module is made so as to, it has to be in sync with the kind of classes that you have. Every week you'll be getting the class schedule, and based on those classes, you just sync in your preparation with the LRDI Essentials module, which has detailed videos on all the topics of LR and DI. Similarly for VARC and similarly for IMABC batch, will be launching in April this time. Earlier we used to launch it in the month of July, but this time we are launching it in April, so as to for the people who want a lot of study material. And there's also one scheme, refer it on. If you go to iQuanta's website, you will see this on the left side. You can just click on it, check referral amount, log in, sign, share a code. Even if you are a student of iQuanta or not, you will be getting a referral amount. Money, huh? Okay then. So this is all I had to say. And tell me in the comments any queries that you have, any problems that you face, or anything else that you want me to discuss upon on this YouTube channel. I'll see you in the classes. Thank you.